screens. I am just getting a few things ready right now. I'm going to be doing a demonstration later on outside of the Black Nova since the weather is so fantastic outside right now here over in Philadelphia. So I figure I might as well go out and start setting up. Whoa, snag the cable on something. Start setting up outside to start doing some demonstrations out there because I don't get out much. And I really want to get out there and do some demonstrations before we start setting up the ELITIST and start doing the certified screen test, which we have to do, and then outside, which I can do that tomorrow. All right, so I'll show you what's going on in my world. All right, so I got it set up for 2 units. I got this one in here. I got it set up for, and I think I got the unit outside I got it set up for right now. So that's what I'm doing right now, running my cables and all that other la. We'll get to the leads in a few minutes. I just got to do 2 things at the same time. So we're in here setting this up. And I'm going to need some cable from this. So as you can see, I put in my outside wireless surround speakers, which I can't wait to start playing with those. And I think we're going to need this. As a matter of fact, let me just take this and this because I need the power cord for this. Let's call it to the sub. So we can get that right there for right now. Pretty soon, I'm going to have that thing unwrapped. I'm going to have Black Nova out here and watch some TV and do whatever I like to do out there. All right, so that right there is the new technology we showed off today, a little sneak peek of the 2 application, the final. We're not going to be showing too much of those. So that one, that particular formula, as of today, after showing up the demonstration to people that were interested in using it, they're going to buy it. They're going to buy the rights to the formula. With that particular formula. That's why I said it's very important that when you're developing technology, that you make sure that none of the technology carries the same code as everything else. So that way, if you decide to sell one of them, you don't have to worry about basically disrupting anything else because they don't all share the same code. But yeah, I decided to buy it because we have put out offers already that we are selling off some of our technology. Let me see. Here's the cord. Power here. I have no idea why. Oh, I had a video a little cooler today. Got a bit off and on today. Alright, let me tighten myself up real quick. So we need to have this on record of the ELITIST and the certified screens in order for us to be able to put it up on the website. I think this one, I think we may have to put this, because right now, like I said, I'm concentrating on doing some other stuff. Come on, guys. Let's go to the next room. As soon as we get the ELITIST finished and finalized, I gotta do a test surface too on that one for a side test. So I'm gonna do that one. Let's see what we gotta do here. That's good. Did I get the other 2 out of here? No, I didn't get the other 2. All right, gotta smooth the sloughs and put it in the next room. Okay. And let me grab my screen and set it up. Wax 9 will be on. Let me add 1. Not yet. I need an all plain surface to test that new technology on. That's what I need. Who is calling me? Got the call back? I give people the opportunity to call when I sit there and try to talk to people today. Had a few things I had to discuss. I said, once you see me, well, they have my freaking YouTube channel, so they know my notifications. I like my notifications because it tells people that I'm on. Which one going? Don't bother me. I'll contact them later. That's the driver. We got to get ready. We got orders to ship out. For our customers, really fast update. I'll explain it to you in the next video. I'll explain it to you. But yeah, we're going to be a little late on getting the orders out, but they're going to be taken care of as always, as I always do. I'll get you all taken care of. That's all. Still complication, some stuff that happened. I had to issue a new card. Got our certified screens. I'm going to be interesting for this one because I want to see how these screens measure up. Now keep in mind, we're not going to be, so we get this out the door, we're not going to be adding crow's painting here. Crow's situation is handled already. We don't have to do any more demonstrations to back up our product against this guy who wants to constantly slander my stuff. We're not going to deal with that no more. That's handled already. That's done. That is handled and done. So I already have somebody taking care of that. That is done. That's already finished. And that's the end of story. We got to deal with that nonsense no more. No. When I tell people, some people got mad and said, well, it's not fair because, you know, you test his products. Yeah, we don't walk his product in the Home Depot and we don't do half the stuff he does. And my stuff is copyrighted. There you go. Don't touch my stuff. It has copyrights attached to it and other forms of interesting paperwork attached to my stuff. So if you mess with it, you might end up getting sued. Don't touch my stuff. So I don't mind if you do side-by-side comparisons. Don't care if you do that. You know what I mean? But when you want to start tampering with my product and mixing things in it and falsifying demonstrations and trying to slander and damage my company, then I'm going to stick a lawyer on you. So, you know, got to do things the right way. We test this stuff over here. We put this stuff against our screens and we put this stuff against primer. See if it matches up. Pretty sure he can take our stuff. He can match against black vinyl. He can match against whatever he wants. But the minute you take my copyrighted or any of my patents and try to make my product, you're going to get sued. Like I said, he was warned. He didn't listen. So it's his fault. All right, let's move on from there. I don't want to hear any whining and complaining. Same thing for that fellow Partey. I'm going to have somebody looking into you next. You're another person of interest now. All right, let's get this going. So if anybody doesn't know, it's an individual, like I said, likes to tamper with my stuff. So I warn people. I got documents on my stuff. Don't touch it. All right, let's get this done and over with because I got to get this done. I got to get this on the website. I got people interested in buying this and getting this done. And then I got to recoat this screen over to the new technology that we're working on for a company because I need a bigger surface than that 5x5. It's not going to be cutting it for me. Then I have to go out and I have to order me a 160-inch screen. I have to coat that with that technology and I have to hang that outside because I have to put it on a commercial level. So they want to see a 160, they want to see a 200-inch screen. So they got to be done. All right, let me get the fire stick. Let me get this going. Out the front door. Anytime I do a demonstration, I don't do a demonstration for sake of doing demonstrations on yourself. I'm going to back up the technology. You're going to say my technology comes up too dark. Well, I'm going to take your product against mine and prove you wrong. That's the only time. Just like the guy who has that screen called Lux and some other silver paint he works with. One demonstration we had to do. After that, he left it alone, mind his own business. All right, good for him. Some people learn faster. But yeah, that was a dumb thing to do. Walking to Home Depot with my product with a copyright on it. Because you thought it was discontinued. Whew. So we no longer need, since that, like I said, since that's being handled, that we don't longer need to do any more demonstrations on this product, because we don't have to worry about the slander no more of that scammer nonsense he's been running his mouth about, all that dumb stuff. I'll be quiet about that one. I'll talk to them tomorrow about what I need to have done on that, because there's some things, interesting things I need to inform them on what I want taken away. I'll contact them tomorrow on that. We don't have to deal with that no more, that nonsense no more. Like I said, I don't mind if you're going to do side-by-side demonstrations, knock yourself out. We do side-by-side demonstrations against certified screens all day long. I don't mind that. But when you start mixing our product with black products to darken it, or tampering with the product and not doing fair demonstrations, that's slander against the company. You could be sued for that. That's like if I took ELITIST screens over there and I put a coating on it to make the screen come up darker and make my screen come up brighter. They could sue the living daylights out of me for that. Now, demonstrations I'm doing against their product, we got certain screens here that cannot be used with ultra short throws. Some can't be used with long throws. We've removed screens out of there that can't be used with ultra short throws, because if I display that on my screen, knowing it can't be used with that particular projector, it will come up dark and my screen will come up looking much better. So I have to read through all the guidelines of every sample sheet I get from every company, because they have certain specifications on what we can use and what we can't use. I think cinematic grade 5Gs can't be used with projectors under 2,000 lumens. So there's a whole lot of stuff in there you got to read through before you start putting the stuff up there. And I know for a fact that the Dark Star, what is the projector? Yeah, the Dark Star 9, they don't work on ultra short throw projectors. Can't use them on there. That screen called the screen by Elite, the ceiling and floor, whatever, that thing CR2, whatever they're called, they can't be used on long throw. They have to be used on ultra short throw projectors. Just like when somebody informed me about the screen under Lux, that it can't be used with an ultra short throw, it's be used with a long throw. See, there's certain requirements you have to follow by. I don't say these companies are scammers. I don't say that they're trying to take advantage of people. I just say that their technology doesn't level up to ours. And I feel that if you're going to say a screen is ambient rejection, then it should be in a fully lit environment. Not in an environment that you control. Because if you control that environment, the problem that you have here is that if someone tries to stick that in an environment that's not controlling, that means they have to basically tone their environment to look just like yours in order to get the screen to activate. That's not ambient light rejection technology. They should have something called ambient light controlled. They should put that on their screens. That'd be a lot more, okay, that'd be a lot more understandable. But like I said, this stuff has been going on for years, so, you know, it's mostly protocol on a lot of forum sites, so that's how they see it. And since that's how they see it, that's the way it has to be. All right, we got a remote control here somewhere. I gotta dig up. Could be any one of these. So this one? Nope. This one? Nope. Oh, it is that one. Okay, cool. That one side. Okay. And like I said, when I was testing this product, I sat there and said on camera, it works if you put it against a white screen. Yeah. Put it against a white screen, it'll work perfectly fine. But it doesn't level up next to our technology, and it doesn't. Right, you going out and accusing people of things they're not. Yeah, it's called slander. I think it's called definition of character and slander. There's a whole lot of things with it. Hey, you can be sued for that. You learn how you wanna play big boy games. Okay, now you learn big boy games now. You learn how it works. I've been telling you for the longest time, and didn't want to heed to those warnings I was giving you. Just didn't want to listen. All right, so I'm not going to start every day with that nonsense. That stuff is under the bridge. We don't got to worry about it no more. It is taken care of. I'm going to get back to work. All right, let's see what we got to play with today on the screen. New ELITIST. We're going to color patterns first. White screen. Why is my projector always on? Oh, man, I thought I should have left it on. Shoot. Oh, I gotta go to YouTube. Forgot. I'm way outside the menu here. Let's go pop into the menu. I like that advanced coding final. That stuff is freaking crazy. Yeah, I got a chance to play with that a little bit more today. All right, let's do the same. White screen. Okay, it's okay. All right, we're going to start off with under Elite Screens. Got several of them here. So Cinema Gray, we're going to start off with by Elite Screens. I think they're the ones that have the specification in here. You can't use it with a projector in the 2000 lumens. Dark Star 9, which we have right here. And Cinema Gray 3D, which we have right here. Okie doke. Hopefully. All right, let's tag them. Oh, we need tape on this one. No tape on that one. Any other sticky down here? Oh, we got tape down here. Where did we get all that tape? I just brought down some green tape with me 3 minutes ago. Whole roll of green tape. The green tape will work. That is so much better to just tear off than using the stickies. All right. Cinema Gray. Oh, that's 612. Good, perfect. We're going to go with, now see right here, this particular screen right here. This is by Elite Screen. This is a ceiling light rejection. That's what it stands for, ceiling light rejection 2. I'm trying to get the 3, but they have the 2. These screens are only supposed to use with ultra short throw only. See somebody using them with a long throw, they're not supposed to use long throw because they turn dark. They're supposed to be used with ultra short throws, they don't pick up. This is another surface right here. It says it right there and it specifies it. Ultra short throw, which means you can only use this with ultra short throw only because they come up dark. Can't use that. So you have to know the product before you start sticking it up there. You know what's what. All right. We're going to do a Seymour AV 1.3 right there. And we are going to do an MS, which stands for, I think, a matinee silver, or matinee silver. I think that's what it's called. I'm pretty sure right there. These are Seymour AVs right here. So we're going to put one here, and right there. Another one here. Use it. This is the, I'm going to butcher the name, I always do, Parallax, I think Parallax, whatever the thing is called. My daylight screen has a 0.8. There's the surface right there, gunmetal. I'm using gunmetal technology, gunmetal. Sounds like something out of Gundam. Gunmetal. I'm stick them right here. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 certified screens. I don't like the number 6. I prefer I'm a 7 man. I like the number 7. 7 is God's favorite number. I like 7. You want to say you're crazy? No, I like 7. 7 is my favorite number. It's God's favorite number. Matinee Black by Seymour AV. We got 7 certifieds. We'll put that right here. I think we can go with 8. We got another one here. In the post, we can't use that, we can't use that, and we can't use that. So those other, we got 2 more we can't use for all ultra short, which we can't use. later I'm going to be doing some demonstrations. This is the acoustic, Elite Screen's acoustic surface. That's an acoustic screen right there, 150-inch acoustic screen right there. We're going to be doing some tests on that. We're going to have some fun back and forth to see, you know, which ones come up. Because some people prefer the white screens. I'm going to show them where the dark screens are going to be more superior. So we're going to be using that. And then for a gray screen right here, see these little holes in the screen right here? These little holes pushed right here. This is Vivistorm. This is their acoustic surface. So like I said, you got to do your homework. You know what I mean? Number one, you got to do the test. You got to do your homework. You got to read the product. Like DMP Supernovas, they can't be used with ultra short throw projectors. There's another screen you can't use with ultra short throws. The DMP Supernovas. No. Don't work out too well. I got to go upstairs and get the DMP Supernovas. They're upstairs in the tech room. Wrong one. Right one. Okay. We have I found this is Vivistorm. This company called Vivistorm. You ever seen it before? They make those screens that actually come up from the ground, the motorized ones that come up. That's Vivistorm. I saw a couple of their demonstrations, like what they had. Ordered me some sample sheets. I forgot, we got a Cinema Grade 5D. Forgot to put them up there. Got plenty of room. And then I'm gonna bring these up a little higher up here. So we got enough room to put the other screens in. Now all the technology that we develop and make has to go through the same testing. All the demonstration, all the screen paints you see on our website have to go through the same testing. Final test in order for the screen paint to earn its label, it has to be to produce that image outside. Unfortunately, we will not be doing that today because I got my setup outside already done. I want to enjoy my Black Nova outside. And I got some demonstrations to do on that on Facebook because I have a lot of people asking me about white screens versus our black technology outside. We're going to be doing some demonstrations on that too. I'm also going to be doing a half and half screen. I'll explain that one later on. Half and half. Now, let me also explain something to you really quick. If you are going to be using the Black Nova for painting over an inflatable projection screen, two things you got to learn. It doesn't work with front and rear. So if you're, and I got to put that in there too. We got to put inflatable screen policy onto the shopping carts because the only screens we advise to use paint to use outside is the black technology outside. That's the only one I advise you're going to be using screens outside. But if you're going to be doing an inflatable screen, it must be front projection only. It must have a black backing on the back of it. It's not going to work too well. If you basically paint that stuff on there, it's going to, lights are pushing through, it's going to fade the screen out. So it's not going to work too well. I know because I've done it already through experimenting. That's how I know it doesn't work that well. When I was doing the inflatable screens, actually I need to buy me another inflatable screen. I need to purchase one. Not a big one, but I'm getting a nice good sized one. All righty. Okay, so we have up here on the mark 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have 9. Can we get a 10? Can we get a 10? Can we get a 10? Yes, we can get a 10. Let's go for the DMP Supernova. DMP Supernova right there. If you're interested in getting that sample sheet, you might have to call. You have to call the company to get that. You can't order that online. Some of them you can order online. Like ELITIST, you can order online. Vivid Storm, you can order online. A couple other places you can go, but some of the other ones you have to call. If you want that Dark Star 9, you're going to have to call in for that one because that's a special screen. It's not the kind of screen you will be to go on eBay unless somebody's selling one, or Amazon and pick one up. You got to go to the dealership to get those. Those are big boy toys right there. Those are the big boy toys. All right, so we got 10. We got 10 certified screens on the board. 10 of them. Let's get this started. We're going to start off with white levels first, as we always do. This is why it's not a shocker when I see people doing demonstrations and saying, oh, look, the white levels. We do this, we have to do this from the door. This is how I know what screens are going to basically have issues with color and contrast is by displaying the white levels first. Let's begin. There we go. So automatically, this is information being fed back to me. Some people don't understand what they're looking at. Basically, the screen has to pick up a certain tone in the white level. If the white level is too high, that means the colors are going to fade and the contrast levels are going to fade. That's the problem. It has to be a perfect balance of a white level. The problem is that people have been looking at projection screen. They think, oh, the brighter the level, the better the color. No, that's completely wrong. That is completely wrong. All wrong. If that white level is too high, that means the chemical becomes unbalanced. It means you take away from something. So that means you take away from your contrast and you take away from your color, and it causes the screen to wash out. There's your calibration. That's where calibration comes in. This is where ambient light controlled environments come in. I'll prove my point. Now, screens that have a certain level in their white level, they'll be to pick up better on contrast and color. But you don't want the brightest white level. That's the last thing you want. That's why white screens having the brightest white levels don't pick up all so well, do they? You take a white screen, you set it up, color washes out, contrast washes out, put in a full environment, it washes out. There you go. White level's too high. Here we go. Supposed to pick up a deep blue. As you can see, we're not getting a deep blue on none of them. Some are picking up a little better blue than others, but those are pretty much the more darker screens. The gunmetal screens, the darker screens are picking up better blues. The lighter screens like matinee silver or cinema gray, or those screens, those are the ones that are struggling. That's why I explained to you that when someone's trying to tell you that a light gray screen paint's the best way to go, I said, no, it's a bad idea because they act like white screens. They can't see color and they can't see contrast. That's why the darker screens are more expensive than the lighter screens. You're not going to go into a dealership where they do high professional screens and say, hey, look, what's the best screen you got? They're never going to tell you it's a white screen, and they're not going to tell you it's a gray screen. They're going to take you to one of the darker screens and say, this is the most advanced model we have here. Proven Black Diamond. Proven the Elite Dark Star 9. Proven the Blade by DMP Supernova. And look at Daylight. Daylight, when they came out, they were just designing white and gray screens from day one. Now they got this dark screen out. It costs $5,000. Yep. It's a darker technology that costs more. Here we are on green. My camera the other way. Red. That's bad. This is where your calibration is going to come in. This is why when you see me show off a white level, when I explain to people, it has to be a certain tone in that white level to produce the contrast and white levels. But some people have you thinking that you have to have a high white level. That's the last thing you want. You don't want a high white level. That's the fact. It's going to get a white screen. So the colors won't pick up. This is where your calibrating is going to come in at. This is where your calibrating is going to come at. Now these screens right here, they have the narrow viewing cone, these are reflective surface. If you get in front of them, they look good. Still, as you can see, next to our technology, it's a $5,000 screen. It doesn't match our screen. Our screen produces a much better color. Now watch this. If I turn to the side, it gets darker. It's called narrow viewing cone. Some screens have that. When they have that reflective kind of surface, they have that narrow viewing cone. All right, turn slowly. See? There we go. Slowly. Yeah, it's called narrow viewing cone. That's where you have to sit directly in front of the screen, or some of the older versions of that technology where you had to have the projector in line with the screen just perfectly so it would fit just right. A little too high, a little too low, the edges will start to become dark. It had to be in line with that screen. So those screens were pretty much designed for dedicated theater room setups because you're only going to be sitting in one area this way. Not really for home use because, you know, you're walking around your house and all, that screen's going to start to turn dark on you when you get the corners. And as I said before, if you can't see color and your white level is too high, you can't see contrast at all, period. You will not pick it up. Now mind you, this screen is bronze. It's kind of a brownish bronze. It's not gray, it's not black, it's none of those colors. It's bronze, but it has color coding technology embedded. Just like when we did the red screen and we flipped it over and we showed all those different colors come off a red screen. There you go. Something they don't have. They don't have color coding technology. They can't enhance their color levels. They don't work with a formula. They work with a fabric, surface. There's so much you can do with that. See up close? So already, we didn't do it all in one day, but I had things to do, but we'd be, somebody's saying it's saving you thousands or save you hundreds. We literally save you thousands of dollars. If you went out and you bought any one of these screens, and we're using a Christie 4300 lumen projector behind us, this is what you would be picking up, excuse me, at 100 inches. And at 100 inches, you would have $5,000. I think these are somewhere between probably around $1,300 to $1,400, maybe $1,200 and up, $1,200 and up. I know the cinema gray is around $800 and up. That's $800. Keep in mind the lowest screen I think we have. No, we have the lowest screen. The lowest screen is $800 on here. The Dark Star 9 is $3,000. Cinema Gray 5, Cinema Gray and Cinema Gray 5, 3D and 5D are probably around $1,300, $1,400. We have the Vivid Storm. They're probably coming in between maybe. It depends on what you're getting from Vivid Storm. Now, if it's that fluorescent screen, which I wanted to get one of those, you're talking about a couple $1,000s. I'm like at least about $2,700 for a fluorescent screen. But range about probably about a good around. I'm trying to be rough here, around $800 or $900. If it's a white screen, it's going to be much cheaper. This screen is not white. This screen is actually like a kind of a silverish gray right there. We had the DMP Supernova. That's a $4,000 screen right there. The technology we're using right here to paint this screen cost me about $102, the cheap generic white screen that I got off of Amazon. And the formula is going to cost the same price as we charge for our everyday Novas, $177. $177 to paint up to a 120-inch screen, or 126. That's a 126-inch screen sitting in my window, gunmetal right there. So you're going to get a screen size from 100-inch to 126-inch. What do you think? If it costs you $5,000 for a 100-inch, what do you think a 126-inch would cost you? Just think about that one right there. So that's what I mean by we save you thousands of dollars. And can back it up right there. If any one of these guys wanted to haul me into court and say, hey, look, you slandered, and I didn't slander it. I just showed a demonstration. If you want to go into court and you want to basically do this live where everybody can see it, hey, I'm more than welcome. I can use some publicity. I'll do it. That's what Screen Innovation saw. They saw the technology that we were developing, that we could literally take the camera and move all the way to a 190-degree viewing angle, and we could match their screen, and we could pull an image up that they couldn't pull. And that's how we got that document. That's how we were able to obtain that document from them, because they saw something that we had that had potential. Now, imagine the screen I have over here is an Elite screen. I bought a cheap white Elite screen, coded it, used it to beat their $3,000 projection screen. The technology we make, they can advance all those old white screens better than the technology they already have, and they'll be ultra short throw and long throw compatible. And heck, if you want, you can take it outside because it's fully weatherproof. All right, so that is these right here. We did our color patterns. Matter of fact, let's do a few more color patterns. Let's bring up the color brown. Let's run through some more colors. So we're going to run through brown. We're going to run through some colors. Oh, that is way off. Brown screen. Who sits there and does it? Okay, I can see about doing a documentary on brown. I watch some crazy stuff too. I sat there and watched the documentary on how the evolution of taller paper. Very interesting too. Oh man, if you ever watched the evolution and basically documentary on the bathroom, oh, you'd be really lucky. The bathroom you have now compared to what they had back then. Wow. Wow. I mean, really wow. Bad. Crazy stuff. Gray. Let's see if we got a color change out here too. We got yellow. We did blue. And this is where you're going to have to calibrate your projector because your colors are not coming up correct. And then you're probably going to consider the fact that maybe the environment may be too dark, maybe too bright for you, because this is where we do our demonstrations in fully lit environments at all times. Because there's no point in me telling you that, oh, this is ambient light projection technology, and I'm in the ambient light controlled environment. Doesn't make any sense, does it? So that's how your colors come up. Let me see what else we got here. Got the color changer on here. We usually get that with blue. If I bring a blue or color red. Color red. I bet you put down color red. Yes, I keep saying it wrong. I do have a bit of an accent there. Red screen. All right. We bounce out of this. We should be to get the 10-hour color changer. It allows us to swap our colors back and forth. Now, as this thing is swapping out the colors, you will see where our color will remain nice, bright, and vivid, and the other colors will basically be to pick up the color. They'll still can pick the color up. They're just not going to pick the color up correctly. That's the problem. And that's where your calibration nightmare comes in at. Because I've never had to calibrate a projector a day in my life. Never, ever calibrate a projector. Oakley dokley. Let's go for some. Let's go for that fade in and out. There you go. Look at that. You're not picking it up. Let's go over to a fireworks display. Now see where the screen is picking up a white level. Our technology is dark as it's picking up that white level with no problem. If it couldn't, it'd be too dark and you would only see these screens only, if that was the case. You have to pick a certain tone in your white level. If it's too high, your contrast washes out. I told you that before the video started. Before I started showing you the colors, the first thing I said, if your white levels are too high, two things are going to happen. You're not going to be able to pick up contrast. You're not going to be able to see color correctly. That's why we show you the white levels first. I had to see the white levels first because I have to see which screens are pulling up too high of a white level. All right, so we're going to take these down because these were already done. This was DNP Supernova. This is the Parallax, which I'm butchering the name. I do apologize. Daylight, no disrespect. These are all elite screens we're taking down. Now, if you don't believe me about the lighter screen, some of you have some customers I talk to, and they don't believe that screens cost $8,000 and $9,000. They do. Yes, they do. If you don't believe me, do the research. I welcome you. Go do the research. Go ahead. Go out and do the research and find out. Look for the top of the line projection screens. I bet you every last one of them are dark. Every last one of them. And they are crazy expensive. So, first you start off with the white screen. Elite screen, which that was a white screen in the last room. Those are the cheaper ones. Those we call the bottom dollar screens. And then if you want to upgrade to a better screen, then you get this one. This right here by Elite Screen. I see the color of it. This is a cinema gray. This is $800 to $900. That's the next one. Say if that color is not dark enough for you and you desire for your colors to pop a little higher, you want a better contrast level, you have to go with a darker screen, so you go with a Cinema Gray 5D. Now your price tag has jumped from $1,300 to $1,400. Okay, but you want the color to pop much better. You want deeper, darker contrast levels. Now you have to upgrade to the Dark Star 9. Now $3,000. There you go. That's how it works. Now this is a screen that got a lot of popularity. We weren't really interested in this surface at all. We had no interest in it at all, period. I really didn't. I never even heard of the company, to tell you the truth, honest the truth. But a few people were talking about it, and we had no interest in going near it because it was a light gray screen. And quite frankly, just by looking at it, I already knew everything we have in here would pretty much be able to handle it with no problem. But the only reason why I bought this huge surface was because we had a particular individual on YouTube who felt the need to call me out on my product and tell me that this screen was way better than the products that I make. But judging by studying his YouTube channel and looking at his videos, I could see where he constantly kept the screen in the dark. He never showed any contrast levels, no color patterns, nothing whatsoever. And for where the window was sitting way across the other room. There's plants in the windows to block out as much light as possible. I know all those little tricks. And you just weren't showing those demonstrations correctly. Now after he saw the demonstration, I think he doesn't talk about me anymore. But we'll show you what happens. And this is how I found this company. So I went out and bought myself a 60-inch screen. Now this is called the Lux. I call it the Lux. Proper spelling for the screen is Luxini. That's what they call it. We're going to be using such a huge sheet of this today. I'm going to put this right here on the back. Let me see if I can get that to stick on the back a little bit. That's a bit on the back. Should have got some tape on this side. Stick it a little better here. There we go. All right, because that's a big sample sheet. That needed a whole screen to itself. So you can already see the results. It can't pick up contrast whatsoever. I knew that was going to happen when I saw the demonstration. They picked those bright, beautiful colors. They pick colors and they pick things in their demonstrations to make this screen look good. They will stay away from certain things. Now, keep in mind, off camera, I'm pretty sure they run it through the grinder. And they go, oh, no, contrast level is not going to come up too well. So they'll stick to certain things that basically that will they'll avoid contrast levels. The screen can't pick up contrast, they'll avoid that. The screen can't pick up white levels, they'll avoid that. If you notice when we show off our technology, we show off everything. Even with the blacker screens, we show everything. All right, so let's start first with the white levels. White screensaver. Oh, this is not good. The white levels are way too high. Blue screen. Told you. Just by looking, I told you white levels are way too high. You'd have to calibrate the craziness out of you. At least the other screens picked up something. Wow. Yeah. Excuse me. I gotta walk away from it. That is crazy. Yeah, it's way, that's why I said white levels are way too high. It's almost equivalent to, hold on, we gotta do something here. I'm curious. How close is this coming into a white screen? How much of a difference is that than a white screen? Now, when you want to talk about white levels, white screens put up the highest white level. It's not, people look at that and say, well, there's a difference. No, there isn't a difference. There isn't a difference at all. It's a slight margin of a difference when it comes to the white level. It isn't by much, to tell you the truth. You still would have to calibrate the living daylights out of your projector. That thing isn't picking up nothing at all. This is blue. This is the color of blue. You go out and get yourself a car, as I said before. You say, hey, what color you want it? I want it blue. I guarantee if it came back that color, you would take it back to the dealership and say, that's not blue. Let's see how it does on the lighter colors. Like I said, it ain't picking it up. It's producing too high of a white level. That is not good. Let's go over here and let's go to our color change out. Matter of fact, let's go to our swap out here. Well, as of now, with that, I don't know if that screen's certified or not. I really can't say that or not. But I'm just saying, we have 10. Okay, so this screen has passed 10 screen certified. And like I said, if you want, hey, before you buy from us, go to the internet, see how many people are doing demonstrations on our level. Matter of fact, try to find someone doing demonstrations like this before you buy from us. Because I can, if a customer comes, like I said, I have customers who make beaucoup, they make money. And they can afford to go out and spend $10,000, $20,000 for a projection screen. And if they say, hey, what's the difference between your screen and me going out and pulling the trigger on this $5,000 projection screen, I can go, here you go. And not only, I don't have to, the way I can show them the difference is not splashing a bunch of pretty colors across the screen, but by showing them the actual colors that their screen is picking up. If your screen is picking up that color like this is how it's going to perceive the color on anything you watch. It's going to come up looking just like that. It's not going to change because you're showing some different colors. It's still going to react the same way. It's supposed to be red. White levels are too high. Look at that. It can't even pick up the background for cat trunk. See? See how it faded out in the blue? This is why I put the pretty fish on. It can't pick it up. This is how your screen portrays color. This is how when I show you these color patterns, I'm showing you what your screen is actually seeing. When your screen portrays blue or black or green or brown or gray, that's what you're going to get. That's why in the demonstration where the fellow had the screen set up, this is the reason why He had it in a dark environment, ambient light controlled environment. And it's the reason why he only selected certain videos. You know, I'll buy 60 inches of it and I'll basically set it up in here and show you exactly what will happen. And we haven't hit a star field yet. And then if y'all who have a white screen, which majority, most people do have white screens, there you go. And somebody told me that a white screen looks incredible. No, it doesn't. White screens, I hate to say it, I mean, it's the truth. White screens are garbage. They're garbage. They should never be sold to begin with. You know how old a white screen is? White screens have been around since the silent era of movies. That's how old a white screen is. In this decade and time with the technology we have, white screens should never even exist. I don't care how high powered your projector is, you're not going to see it on a white screen. But yet they're all over Amazon. They're all over Amazon and eBay. And they put those pretty Photoshop artwork on top of them to make it look like it's actually producing a beautiful image. They're garbage. They're absolutely garbage. See? So the ELITIST can maintain white levels and color all at the same time. All our technology is designed to do that. Told you, you couldn't pick up contrast. Doesn't make a difference what kind of projector you got. You can have a 2 million to 1, a 1 billion to 1. You will never see it at all, period. I'm not joking with you. I'm telling you the truth. You're watching it live. I do all my demonstrations live. No way to fake them. You're not picking up jack on that. Nothing. And the only way you're going to be able to pick up a somewhat decent black level, you're going to have to be in the dark. And I mean, literally, you're going to have to be sitting in the dark. You got a dedicated theater room. Well, you know, that's good for you. But if you don't, and you're using this in your living room with an ultra short throw projector set up, well, you're going to turn your living room into a cave, literally, because you're not going to pick it up. Oh, wait, we don't. Oh, we're good. We got it right there. And there's your Starfield screensaver. As I said before, I can't pick it up. So, as we can see right now, the ELITIST has passed its test of its 10 screens certified and something a little extra. Was able to outperform the screens with no problem whatsoever. You know, just imagine if I bought, my screen's about 92 inches. I bought 92 inches of that. Sony 4K demonstration. Give you a little example what happens to your reds and all your colors when they can't be seen on the screen. There you go. That's why I show you the red levels first. Show you the red levels to show you exactly what you're getting. That's what you're picking up. That's what your projector's actually seeing when your screen portrays color. When it shows color, when it shows blues, reds, greens, yellows, that's what you're seeing, just like that. That's why I use the solid colors first. So we take out all that camouflage nonsense and just show you straight red. So you can see how your screen sees red. There you go. When people tell you got to calibrate your projector, that's them telling you that, AKA, our screen can't see color. Ambient light controlled environment, AKA, we can't be used in a fully lit environment. This is what they're actually telling you. It's protocol for the shortcomings of the technology. That's what they did. They turned around and they took the screen's flaw points and it just made it rules and regulations so you would have to follow them. You have to use this particular type of projector. Are you kidding me? I can't go to eBay and just buy me an old outdated projector? Shouldn't it work the same way? So anyone's telling you got to calibrate, you got to use an ambient light control, all that night. Oh, come on. It's 2021. Come on, man. I've been around since reel to reel. I've seen technology grow from A to B. You mean to tell me the advancements we have now? Spend $5,000 for a projection screen. I can't view it on an angle. $5,000 for a screen, and I got to buy another expensive $5,000 projector to get it to activate right. Now I'm good. I'm good. That's why when these big companies show off these projectors, who the frick is relating to this? A $50,000 projector. Who in that room is relating to a $50,000 projector? Not considering the fact you're going to spend $5,000 for the screen already. I'm not picking up none of that. Let's go over to is the video I like to do. I like the black logos on it. Now take a look at that. So you see exactly what you're getting. You're not picking up no contrast. It's supposed to be jet black for these demonstrations. That's why I like these particular videos, because of that black background. Stuff like this, like demonstrations like these particular ones, the only way people are going to try to attempt this is they're going to be in the dark to do this. They have to be in the dark. That's the only way they're going to be able to pull up a proper black level, a somewhat proper black level. You're still not picking up black, but a proper black level. That's the only way. They can't do it in a fully lit environment. That screen would wash out. That's why I like these particular videos. These are very hard to pull off if your screen can't see contrast and color correctly. It's going to pick up a white level. If it didn't pick up a white level, the eyes wouldn't be that bright. You need a white level to order the bright. To see that light green and all that, you need a white level in order to pick that up. Tomorrow is, I think it's Friday. Yeah, Friday we go out tracking numbers tomorrow. Looks like the ELITIST won't be in time. It won't be ready in time for. We have to do an outside demonstration. That's the only way it's going to be to get its label. It has to perform outside, so it won't be available. Probably Monday morning it'll be available. Well, yeah, Monday morning it'll be available because we're not going to have time for ship out. It's not going to happen. I'll move this over some so you can see. How it looks half and half next to our technology. Image is not red. That's not red. And as you see how the white screen's picking up, it's not picking up nothing. That's why I said just the simple fact that the way we make our technology, that you can paint over whatever you want. Paint over motorized projection screens, fixed frame screens. You see me paint styrofoam, wood, sheets, blankets, plastic, glass, just about anything. So you have the ability now to take, while we're still here, you have the ability to basically take the technology we have and incorporate on anything you want. And then you could say, hey, look, this screen has basically gone toe-to-toe with a $5,000 projection screen we just showed you a few minutes ago. So it's like you have the ability, it's like somebody liquefied the Parallax or the Dark Star 9 and enhanced it and gave you the ability to be able to add it onto a surface without the tie downs of basically having to be stuck in an ambient light controlled environment, to be using overpowered, expensive projectors, or calibrating your projector. You have to go through none of that nonsense. You swap out ultra short though, whatever you want, back and forth. Take it outside if you want. There you go. That's what we offer to our customers. All right. That being said, thank you for your time. I have to go, and God bless. Last demonstration for the ELITIST has to be done outside. We're probably going to do that on, well, actually tomorrow. I need some hot tea. I'm really choked up right now. So we'll do that tomorrow. And I may do a demonstration outside today. It depends on how I'm feeling right now. I'm feeling kind of jacked up. So let me get out of here real quick, get some hot tea, and try to relax a little. All right. Thank you all for your time. I have to go, and God bless.